Happy Friday to you. Grace and peace and blessings in abundance to you all in Jesus' name. We started to talk about Paul yesterday and how God interrupted his steps and now how he used him to carry the gospel message. I just want to encourage us. We may have children, husbands, wives, friends, family members who have not yet confessed Jesus as Lord. Don't be weary. Continue to pray because God is able to interrupt their steps, their plan, and bring his plan into motion. God is able to save their souls and now use them to do tremendous work. Don't write them off. Don't give up on them, but continue to do the good work of prayer because God did it with Paul and he can do it with so many other persons. It does not matter how bad you may think that person is. God is a God that can save whoever. He is able to do the exceeding, the abundant, the above all that we can ask, think, or desire. So have faith and continue to trust in the Lord. Now we're going back to Paul again, and he's carrying the gospel message throughout. And sometimes we think that when God sends us on a good work, that it's going to be smooth sailing. It's going to be a bed of roses. Absolutely not. There's some thorns and there's some waves. And certainly Paul encountered that. And when we look at Acts 27, verse 22 to 25, we're going to see exactly what the approach was. And now I urge you to take heart, for there will be no loss of life among you, but only of the ship. For there stood by me this night an angel of the Lord, to whom I belong and whom I serve, saying, Do not be afraid, Paul. You must be brought before Caesar. And indeed, God has granted you all those who sail with you. Therefore, take heart, men, for I believe God that it will be just as it was told me. So Paul is doing the good work, carrying the good message, and they suffer shipwreck. But remember, God works all things together for good, because in that scenario, he was able to order their steps where he needed them to go. But they suffered shipwreck. No lives were lost at all. In the end, when we read down, we can see in 44, and it said, and the rest, some on board and some on parts of the ship. And so it was that they all escaped safely to land. As God said it, the ship will be lost, yes, but no lives were lost. God protects us. As we are doing the work of God, we should never expect that it will be smooth sailing or a bed of roses. No, it will not be, because we are still in this world and we have someone who opposes us. Satan does not want to see us do the work that God has called us to do. And additionally, God allows these things to come. Remember, God allows and he disallows, and he allows, and when he allows, it is for good purpose. But he allows these things to come to strengthen us, to demonstrate his love to us, to demonstrate his protection, his provision to us, to demonstrate that he is with us in the midst of it. So do not become disheartened, and do not give up, and do not become weary when it seems as if something treacherous is coming your way as you're doing the work of God. But stand in faith like Paul did. Seek the Lord. They didn't eat, and they prayed, and they sought the Lord, and the Lord spoke and said to them, no lives will be lost. You will lose the ship, but no lives will be lost. So God protects us as we are doing his good work. And this is another form of encouragement. This is another way in which he equips us. He equips us with that divine protection, because how is it that that ship was wrecked, but no lives were lost? It is but by the grace and the protection of God. God bless you. Have yourself a wonderful weekend.